In the quiet town of Kingston, Massachusetts, the fall of 1986 brought a chilling mystery that remains unsolved to this day. This is the story of Tracy Gilpin, a 15-year-old girl whose vibrant life was cut tragically short. On the night of October 1st, 1986, Tracy was like any other teenager, heading to a party just a short distance from her home. It was a typical evening spent with friends, filled with laughter and the easy camaraderie of youth. By around 10:30 p.m., the party was winding down, and Tracy and her friends decided it was time to head home. The group walked together, a familiar routine in their small town. One by one, her friends branched off as they reached their own houses, leaving Tracy to continue the last leg of her journey alone. The cool autumn air likely felt crisp as she walked the familiar streets. But somewhere along that short path, something went terribly wrong. Just a little while after parting ways with her friends, Tracy stopped at a local convenience store. She went inside and bought a pack of cigarettes. The store clerk would later remember her visit clearly. It wasn't just the purchase that stood out, but what she did next. Tracy used the payphone outside the store. We now know who she called. It was the person who hosted the party she had just left. Tracy explained her situation. She was alone at the convenience store and felt uneasy about walking the rest of the way home in the dark. She asked for a ride, a simple request from a young girl who just wanted to get home safely. But that ride never came. The homeowner told her they couldn't pick her up. After that phone call ended, Tracy Gilpin vanished into the night. She was never seen alive again. The convenience store, a place of brief light and activity, was her last known location. What happened in the moments after she hung up that phone remains a haunting question. For 3 long, agonizing weeks, Tracy's family, friends, and the entire community of Kingston lived in a state of suspended dread. Flyers with her smiling face were plastered everywhere. Search parties scoured the local woods and surrounding areas, clinging to the hope that she might be found alive. Her mother, devastated but determined, pleaded with the public for any information, any clue that could lead to her daughter's return. The days turned into weeks, and with each passing moment, the hope began to fade, replaced by a growing, gnawing fear. Then, on October 23rd, a discovery was made that confirmed everyone's worst fears. In a wooded area of the nearby Miles Standish State Forest, a woman out for a walk stumbled upon a gruesome scene. It was Tracy's body. The location was remote, a place you wouldn't just happen upon. It was clear she hadn't wandered there on her own. An autopsy later revealed the horrific details of her final moments. Tracy had suffered a massive head injury. The official cause of death was determined to be a blow to the head. The vibrant 15-year-old girl who had been so full of life had been brutally murdered and left in the woods. The community was shaken to its core. The question was no longer, where is Tracy? But who did this? The investigation immediately focused on the people who were at the party that night. Police interviewed dozens of teenagers and adults, trying to piece together a timeline of events. Who saw Tracy last? Who did she talk to? Did she have any arguments or disagreements with anyone? The rumor mill in a small town can be relentless, and police had to sift through countless tips, theories, and whispers. One name that came up was Michael Hand, a local man known to have attended the party. He was 20 years old at the time, a bit older than most of the kids there. Witnesses reported seeing him at the party, and some even said he had interacted with Tracy. Police questioned him, but without concrete evidence linking him directly to the murder, he remained just one of several persons of interest. The case was filled with circumstantial leads, but nothing solid enough to make an arrest. The investigation stalled. For years, the case grew cold. Tracy's family was left without answers, without justice. Her mother became a fierce advocate, refusing to let her daughter's memory fade or for the police to give up. She relentlessly pushed for the case to remain open, for new technologies to be applied, and for witnesses to come forward. She knew someone out there had the key to unlocking the truth. Decades passed. 31 years is a lifetime. People who were teenagers at that party were now in their late 40s, with families and lives of their own. Memories fade, but guilt and secrets have a way of festering. The case was officially cold, but it was never forgotten, especially not by law enforcement or Tracy's family. Then, in 2017, a breakthrough. Thanks to advancements in forensic technology and a renewed push by investigators, the case was re-examined. Detectives from the Massachusetts State Police and the Plymouth County District Attorney's Office began re-interviewing witnesses. Over 3 decades, people's allegiances change, fear subsides, and the burden of carrying a secret can become too heavy. This new round of interviews yielded fresh information. People who had been reluctant to talk back in 1986, perhaps out of fear or misplaced loyalty, finally began to speak more freely. The pieces of the puzzle started to fit together. The new testimony, combined with a re-evaluation of the original evidence, pointed detectives back to a familiar name, Michael Hand. Hand, now in his early 50s, was living in North Carolina. The boy from the party had become a man, but his past was about to catch up with him. In May 2018, nearly 32 years after Tracy Gilpin's murder, investigators traveled to North Carolina and arrested Michael Hand. The indictment alleged that Hand had lured Tracy into his truck that night, possibly with the promise of a ride. He then drove her to the Miles Standish State Forest, where he murdered her. The motive remains unclear, but prosecutors were confident they finally had the man responsible. The news of the arrest sent a shockwave through the Kingston community and brought a profound sense of relief to Tracy's long-suffering family. Her mother, who had fought for justice for more than 3 decades, expressed overwhelming gratitude. She had never given up hope that this day would come. It was a testament to her incredible persistence and a mother's unending love. In 2020, Michael Hand went on trial for the murder of Tracy Gilpin. The prosecution laid out its case, built on the foundation of new witness testimony and circumstantial evidence from 1986. Witnesses testified to seeing Hand with Tracy that night and to his suspicious behavior in the days following her disappearance. The defense argued that the evidence was too old to circumstantial, and that the memories of witnesses after so many years were unreliable. The jury listened to both sides, weighing the evidence from a crime that had happened over a generation ago. After deliberating, they returned with a verdict: guilty. Michael Hand was convicted of first-degree murder. Finally, after 34 years, there was an answer. There was accountability. Michael Hand was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. For Tracy's family, the verdict didn't bring Tracy back, but it brought a measure of peace and the closure they had sought for so long. The case of Tracy Gilpin is a powerful reminder that justice can be a long and arduous road, but it is a road worth traveling. It highlights the incredible advancements in forensic science and the unwavering tenacity of law enforcement. But most of all, it's a story about a mother's refusal to give up, a community that never forgot, and the enduring truth that no case is ever truly cold as long as someone is willing to keep searching for answers. Thank you for watching. If you found this story compelling, please like this video and subscribe to our channel for more deep dives into cases like this. We'll see you in the next one.